And there was a relationship there. There was a relationship of love and peace and sincerity and reality. You know, my second son lives with us. We have a very, very large house. And so he kind of has the upstairs, and he works for me. His name is Jared. It's a great relation. I love the relation. I love that he lives at home, and I love that he works for us. And it's just fun. It works out great for us. It's good for us, and it's good for him. But he took this weekend and took a weekend off and went to Colorado. So Marcia and I had the house all to ourselves. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yesterday morning we woke up and I said, well, I think I want coffee. You want coffee? Marcia said, no, I'll have coffee. So I went to the kitchen in my underpants. I didn't say you did, I said I did. It was so relaxing. It was just that. What? I have a point here, hold on. Huh? I wish the curtains had been closed, but you know, that's not my fault. I look at it as, hey, that's the neighbor's problem, not mine. We're back having our coffee, and we were just talking. And I thought to myself, what a great time just to spend time with my wife and to talk and to just have that time where we could just relax and enjoy. And there was no pressure, and there was just that intimacy of two people who love each other, who've experienced each other for 127 years. And that's that love that begins to grow as you spend time together. As you know each other, and you become more relaxed, and you can talk, and you feel like, hey, it's okay, I can tell you who I am, and I can be myself with you. That's what this is talking about, those who know the name of God, those who know Him so well that they are relaxed with Him. And they're intimate with Him, they can talk with Him, and reveal themselves and be honest about who they are with God. When was the last time you were just flat out honest with God? You just were able to tell God anything, even though you know that God knows, but you could talk about it to Him. When was that last time that you felt so comfortable with God that you could just talk about those things, those flaws in your life, those failures in your life, those things that you are a little bit ashamed of in your life, that you could just go to God and be honest with Him? That's what this is talking about, those who know your name. Now, this is important to get. To know the name of God means to embrace Him and to embrace all that He is. In other words, to say, this is my life. My life is complete in God. And I take that name and make that name my own. I am God's child. And I can be comfortable in God. Now, this is important to get. When things keep going wrong in your life, when that defeat cycle keeps kicking in over and over and over again, you need to begin to develop your confidence in God by noticing the little victories and remembering the times that God was faithful to you. And you need to seek Him. Engage in that worshipful inquiry of God. You see, if Marcia and I spend time together and we think about the bad times, then that's just not all that fun. But when we remember the good times, how God has blessed us and how He has honored and how He has been good to us, even in those times when things weren't all that great. When we think about those little times, that blends our relationship and it forms a greater bond in our relationship so that when the bad times are there, we can remember the good times. And it gets us through those difficult times. And that's where it begins with God. That's where the change starts. You find Him as a refuge and you can begin to relax in Him and know that, yes, you have brought me through some other times. And I really want to believe that you can bring me through this, God. Show me. And then watch those little victories in your life. He may not bring the complete solution immediately, but He'll start bringing these little victories, these little steps in your life. And as you're looking for those, you begin to say, oh God, you worked there. Oh God, you did that. And now I don't have a final complete victory yet, But little things begin to work in my life, and I begin to see that God is good, that He can do things. I will tell you right now that one of the greatest lessons that I've learned in my life is to trust God in my business. My business, and you've heard me say this over and over and over again, that my business is based on marketing. I mean, most businesses are. And I have to market myself, and I am a genius at marketing. So much so that if it was just up to me, Marcia would have starved to death a long, long time ago and kicked me out and found somebody who could provide for her. Because because I'm so good at what I do that we would all have died. I'm that good. But what I've found is that when I'm totally, completely dependent on God, recognizing that God, you are my source and my resource. It's not based on what I do. It's based on what you do. Then my business flourishes. It's just amazing how that works. It's just over and over and over. And there are times when I can wake up in the morning and not have an iota of work ready for that day. And you know, when you're in business for yourself, if you don't have any work, you're unemployed. And so my day starts unemployed. I don't have anything to do. And by the end of the day, I've had a day beyond what I have to have for a daily success. You know, I have an amount that I have to earn each day and say, wow, this day has been successful. And there are days, it happened this week, 2-3 times this past week. You know, where I wake up and there wasn't really anything on the books. And by the end of the day, I had earned more than what I needed to earn for the day. God just does that. You know, and I learned those little victories, and I've learned that I can trust Him in those times. And so now, when I'm not seeing any jobs on the horizon, I've learned, God, you've done it before. I know you can do it again. And I've learned to relax and to be confident in God. Now, sure, shooting now, I'll probably go unemployed for the next 2 weeks, but you know, no, I don't believe that. I believe that God will continue to provide because He has. He's shown me those little victories, and as I begin to trust those little victories, then I can begin to trust Him in the bigger things. So that's where it all begins. That's where the change starts, as you begin to find a refuge in God.